What if I told you that everything you learned about one of history's most significant wars was a lie? That the textbooks in schools have hidden the truth for decades? But why? And who was behind this great cover-up? In this video, we're unraveling the shocking story of a war that history books intentionally left out or distorted. By the end of this episode, you'll never look at history the same way again. Stay with us as we peel back the layers of deception. History shapes how we see the world. It influences our understanding of nations, leaders, and the battles that defined our past. But what if the history we've been taught is a carefully constructed narrative? Throughout the centuries, governments, historians, and even entire nations have rewritten events to fit their agendas. But this begs the question, why would they go to such lengths? What were they trying to hide? And most importantly, who were they trying to protect? Imagine a world where the truth was intentionally buried. Why? To preserve power, protect secrets, or perhaps to control how we view the past. But if they lied about the past, what else are we being kept in the dark about? Let's begin with one of the most controversial conflicts of the 20th century, the Vietnam War. According to the history books, this was a battle to stop the spread of communism, a fight for freedom and democracy. But what if I told you that behind this official narrative lies a story filled with hidden agendas, covert operations, and untold civilian casualties? Could it be that the Vietnam War was about more than just ideology? Was there a deeper, darker motive that the public was never told? Newly declassified documents reveal that the U.S. government conducted secret operations deep inside enemy territory operations that were never disclosed to the American public. These covert missions often resulted in devastating consequences for local populations, but they were kept hidden under the guise of national security. One of the most shocking revelations is the extent of the bombing campaigns. Did you know that the United States dropped more bombs on Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia than were used during all of World War II? Entire villages were erased, and thousands of innocent civilians lost their lives. Why didn't the textbooks tell us about this? What else are they hiding? As historians dig deeper, they are uncovering evidence that suggests this war wasn't just about fighting communism. Could it have been a cover for something far more sinister, like securing economic interests in Southeast Asia? Imagine stacks of classified documents sitting in dark, dusty archives, hidden away from public eyes for decades. It wasn't until recent years, thanks to whistleblowers and declassified files, that the full extent of what happened during the Vietnam War came to light. Propaganda was a key tool. Government agencies launched campaigns to convince the American public that this was a necessary war. But behind the scenes, reports of atrocities, hidden bombings, and secret deals were kept from the public. One such document revealed plans to destabilize neighboring countries to expand U.S. influence in the region. Could it be that even now, we're only scratching the surface of the lies? If these secrets were kept hidden for so long, what else might still be buried? So, why go through all this trouble to hide the truth? Theories range from preserving political legacies to protecting powerful corporations that stood to gain from the war. Imagine this: billions of dollars in defense contracts, weapons manufacturing, and resource extraction. The longer the war dragged on, the more money flowed into the pockets of those in power. Could this be why so much was hidden? But if the truth was concealed to protect economic interests, who paid the price? It was the soldiers on the front lines and the innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. Was it all just a game of power and profit? The consequences of a distorted history are far-reaching. For generations, people believed in a narrative that was fed to them through textbooks, news reports, and government speeches. But what happens when that trust is shattered? Entire nations have shaped their identities based on these historical narratives. If we can't trust what we've been taught, how can we understand the true causes of conflict or even prevent future wars? If history is written by the victors, who are the victims? And what does that mean for the stories that never made it into the history books? As we explore the hidden truths of the past, a chilling thought remains. What if the history books of the future are already being rewritten? If governments and institutions have altered the past, could they be doing the same today? Could we be living in a reality built on half-truths and carefully constructed narratives? How much of what we see, hear, and read is the real story? The past is filled with secrets, lies, and buried truths. The Vietnam War is just one example of how history can be manipulated to serve those in power. But the question remains, are we brave enough to dig deeper, to question the stories we've been told, and to demand the truth? History is written by the victors, but it's up to us to uncover the truth. The question is, are we ready to face what we might find? If you're fascinated by hidden histories and untold stories, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into history's greatest secrets. Share your thoughts in the comments below. What other hidden truths do you think we've missed? And if this video left you questioning the past, share it with friends and family to spread the word.